It's Friday, the favorite child of the weekdays, the superhero of the work week, the welcome wagon to the weekend, the famous F word we thank God for every week. Well, that and food. I'm your host with the Friday rib roast, Sarah Pribis. But for all my non-meat eaters out there, we can just call it HQ. You want to know how you get the money? Let me tell you. You have to answer 12 questions. You get 10 seconds to tap each answer. If you get them all right, then you get a piece of that $5,000 prize. Guys, you don't have to do this on your own. Use Extra Lives. Invite your friends using your code to get one, and then can use one per game, just not on the last question. Speaking of friends, it's Friends Friday. So you can see your friends' answers. Just try not to judge them too hard when they blow it on Q2 with their fat fingers. Shout outs, Elena, RC, and Boom. How's Maine? Is it the land of winners? Romy55, your dad better be buying you treats if he wins today. The Vestal family who never misses a show no matter where they are. Tyson from Saskatchewan already spent his 12 cents from his win 2 weeks ago, so he needs another one. Becca Frazier playing with Kay and Magnolia in Austin. Michelle Ing, I see you. And I can't forget Sean and her kitties. Are you having a Catsuel Friday? And I've got one more shout out, which is us. You got to follow us on Twitter at HQ Trivia. We tweet fun things, I promise. Like hints to some of the games, cute victory videos, stuff about HQ Sports. Do you know about it? Tonight and every Tuesday, Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have 12 questions all about sports. I will be on the sidelines cheering you on, just like I'm cheering you on right now. So it's time to trivia Q1. In the business world, what does R&D stand for? Running and dunking, rinsing and drying, or research and development? Most of us are looking for R&R right now, maybe even some R&B. But unfortunately, if you're in R&D, you're hard at work in research and development. Yes, 319,000 of you got that. I mean, someone's got to develop new ideas so our new phones start looking as big as our old phones. Y'all are killing it today, starting off strong. Well, let's hope you keep the streak up for our big Sunday game, which is $25,000. I know, it's not about the money, it's about the bragging rights and about being able to put HQ winner on your resume. But I mean, it's also about the money. So don't miss it this Sunday and every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Q2. Which of these is a league-required piece of sports equipment? Basketball helmet, football gown, or hockey jersey? Can you picture football players shopping for gowns like it's prom season? I dig it. But, you know, they dress for functionality, not to impress. And the NBA's very libertarian about headgear, but without numbered jerseys, hockey would be even harder to follow on TV. Hockey jersey is your answer. Yes, 252,000 of you got that. I mean, how else are you supposed to keep track of who's punching who in the face, right? Is sports not your thing? Well, you are in luck because we have a special themed game tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern about national parks. I don't know. I don't really trust those trees. They seem shady. So you might want to get your study on. Moving on to Q3. What part of the body does a cardiologist treat? Bones, ears, or heart? Bones, ears, or heart? What does a cardiologist treat? The big giveaway here is the Greek root cardi, not Bartier cardi. The Greek root meaning heart. Heart is your answer. 251,000 of you got that. Yes, they deal with matters of the heart. Not the kind where you're trying to figure out if you get back together with your ex. Unless that's giving you heart palpitations. Q4. Which nation is located entirely in the Alps? Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, or San Marino? Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, or San Marino? The Alps, they treat Europe like a buffet. They're taking a piece here and there out of 7 to 8 different countries, but it wants the whole wheel of cheese when it comes to Liechtenstein. Yes, Liechtenstein is the answer, and 110,000 of you got that. Now, if you need a place to stash some of those HQ winnings, I hear Liechtenstein has a giant mattress you can tuck them under. Q5. What classic horror novel was subtitled Or the Modern Prometheus? Frankenstein, Dracula, or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? I'd say that 2 of these stories could be connected to the Greek myth of forbidden knowledge. But only Mary Shelley's novel, which just celebrated its 200th birthday, has that subtitle, Frankenstein for the win. Yes, 65,000 of you got that. I'll be honest, even if a movie's good, I'm not that into subtitles. Shame on me. Q6. In Disney's Aladdin, what is a wish the genie explicitly says he cannot grant? Raising the dead, eternal life, or infinite power? I'd wish for HQ wins for all and world peace. Oh, come on, we all know you wish for unlimited wishes, a Willy Wonka chocolate factory, and a Boo to have eternal life. Well, the genie can't make someone fall in love, kill, or resurrect the dead, so raising the dead is your answer, just like 36,000 of you tapped. A magic carpet ride to Q7, here we go. In game theory, what is a game called where a win for one player requires a loss for an opponent? Zero-sum, reciprocal, or reflective outcome. Some real-life games benefit every player, like diplomacy and trade. But if you play checkers, chess, tic-tac-toe, backgammon, or any sport, if you win, the other side loses. So mathematically, that's +1 for you, -1 for them, sum to 0. Zero-sum is your answer. 23,000 of you got that. John Nash would be so proud of you, you beautiful minds. Q8. Which 80s arcade hit did not launch a cartoon TV series? Dig Dug, Double Dragon, or Dragon's Lair? Which one did not launch a cartoon TV series? In the 80s, Saturday morning TV was nuts for video games, with shows based on Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Q*bert, Pole Position, yes, Dragon's Lair, and Double Dragon in the 90s, so Dig Dug was left out. Dig Dug is your answer. 12,000 of you got that, but 13,000 of you died of dysentery there. We're moving on to Q9. What mainly determines whether a theater is considered Broadway, off-Broadway, or off-off-Broadway? Production budget, address on Broadway, seating capacity. Broadway, off-Broadway, off-off-Broadway. Well, there's a Broadway district, but it also has restaurants and hotels. Now, the fact is, you can build a theater on the White Line down the middle of Broadway, but if the plays are going to be eligible for a Tony, you'd better have at least 500 seats. Seating capacity is the answer. 5,400 of you got that. I just have to say, guys, please, no more cats. I'm done. Q10. Which of the following is not a real scientific property in thermodynamics? Enthalpy, entropy, enthalpy, enthalpy, entropy, or enthalpy? A lot of ENTHs there. Well, the exact definitions can be a little tricky, just like pronouncing them. But you can think of entropy as the amount of information in a system, and enthalpy as the internal energy of a system. Enthalpy isn't anything. We made it up. So enthalpy is your answer. 4,930 of you were not fooled on that one. I'm more of a quantum mechanics kind of girl. Moving on to Q11, at the speed of light. Tourists often leave a specific kind of coin at the grave of which of these people? John Wilkes Booth, F. Scott Fitzgerald, or Al Capone? I want my gravestone to say, if you can read this, you're standing on my head. Get off. Well, this is actually an unmarked headstone in a family plot that's believed to be his resting place. And visitors like to leave a penny on top to give Abe Lincoln the last word on John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth is your answer. 1,637, you got that. But we do have a savage question here at our penultimate question. You are so close. But 1,637 of you are going to have the last word on this one, because this is it. The final question. You made it this far. Hold on to those phones. I know your palms are sweating, but let's get into the weekend with a win. Here it is, Q12. What author specifically asked that Disney not be involved in any way with their books? Roald Dahl, Maurice Sendak, or J.R.R. Tolkien? Roald Dahl, Maurice Sendak, or J.R.R. Tolkien? This guy was frenemies with C.S. Lewis, actually. And they definitely agreed on one thing, which was their loathing, and that's an exact quote of Disney. I just have to say, I love Disney, so can we please agree to disagree? This one's for you, Stephen Colbert. It's J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien for the win. We have 972 winners. We did it! Well done, 972 of you. You are starting off the weekend feeling good. That was a hard quiz, I've got to say. Myrtola, $5 to you. Ruby, Remedy, you don't need a remedy for your situation because you just got yourself an HQ win. Joseph Saji, that is a very nice photo. You are a handsome-looking guy. Scott does magic. It is clear that you did some magic because you just won HQ. That's so amazing. Congratulations to everyone on their $5 winnings. What are you going to spend it on? I mean, I have a couple of ideas, so hit me up on social if you want some of them. Guys, we talked about Disney, video games, game theory, classic literature. Yeah, this game was lit. Congrats to all of you. You're starting off the weekend strong. Go get yourself some dollar drinks, if that's a thing anywhere. It's International Beer Day. Or some watermelon for National Watermelon Day. What's with all of these made-up holidays anyway? Stay in touch, say hi, find me on Twitter and Instagram. HQ will be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern with our National Parks themed game. And don't forget about the big $25,000 game on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of games and a lot of chances to win. In the meantime, cheers to the freaking weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.